It's always this time of day when we come
Not
here.
a lot of people here, huh?
It's a grave.
Given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's
Whoop!
how
Novelette.
things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Actually, I don't know if Novelette has arrived or whether this is just depressing weather.
Navia?
There's no need to push yourself so hard.
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
I don't think Paimon has grasped the gravity of the situation here. Not even about Malus and Silver. I mean, she's so peppy, despite the fact that so many people just dissolved and died down there. And she's just so, oh, hey, chirpy, chirpy, chirpy. Can you please grasp the gravity of the situation? Navia, I'm sorry for your loss.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time, and they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? They're dead. Do you know necromancy? Can you reapparate their bodies? No, don't ask stupid questions.
I've known them for so long, and I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father, and I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
I was gonna say that, but I thought it might be in poor taste. When we first came to the grave, I thought it might be in poor taste, so I didn't. But I was gonna say, you know, at least you have a gravestone for your father. All those who just died, there's no body. It would be an empty grave, and that's quite tragic.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
Well, when it's not storming.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
I can't tell if it's meant to be some poignant juxtaposition that the lightning is blue while the rest of the tone is sepia, or whether the lightning's just not meant to be present in the scene and thus it's just ruining it.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, demoiselle.
Oh no, he said that. And now he's got no dead body. Makes it hit even more harder.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
Aww.
That makes sense. In that case, can I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise.
Does primordial seawater evaporate? It seems like a weird line of thought. But I was just thinking, I mean, if they are... Oh, well, actually, I was going to say, if they're puddles at the bottom of Poisson, would they evaporate? But the point is moot, because the water receded, so they would have gone with it.
I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
I don't care what you usually do or don't do. You just lost the two people who were closest to you. You're allowed to cry.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
How? You've never felt lost, Paimon.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them.
You were there for them.
I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
We'll risk hypothermia for you. Yeah, we're here for you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place
Do you
here.
have a list already?
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still,
Now she grasps the gravity of the situation.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
No one's sacrifice is truly necessary.
right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Paimon.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
I have mixed feelings about this. The knave is solidifying her position as the savior of Fontaine by being seen as the face to help those affected by the result of the prophecy waters. She'll be seen as a prospective leader for the people going forward, because they will seek her out for guidance and aid, because Farina's doing nothing. I use quotation marks because we don't know what she's doing. No one, because she's not saying anything, so she gives the perception of not doing anything. So the knave isn't doing this selfishly. Like, she actually cares for the people. So she's not just doing it for the sake of doing it, but she's also doing it with the intention of being seen to do something, I think, so that people turn to her.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
And I bet you facilitated that meeting, right, Knave?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me.
Knew it. Because Alatino struck out with Farina. She is looking for stronger allies who could help solidify the future of Fontaine, and the Spina de Rosula is one of the perfect avenues to pursue.
Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously.
Of course you did.
We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
I don't think this has anything to do with Fatui, technically speaking. I mean, it's where the Nave is pulling her resources from, but it's not in the Fatui's interests at present. It has to do with the Nave's own personal interests with Fontaine.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Am I going to be the one who just keeps pointing out the fact that 2 women are wearing high heels in mud?
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that.
Sorry.
You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
I've never
By
heard
the
of this
way,
building before.
Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
Tell me that these bad boys would not be sinking into the ground right now. Please. So the time for jolly cooperation has come.
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence
wow.
network with you.
She's so obliging.
During some recent
serious.
investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times and seem to be worth investigating in many ways.
But you can't investigate because you're Fontainian, and if there is any primordial sea to be there, you will dissolve.
Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious.
Wink, wink.
My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you.
Which is funny because it's not reciprocated.
Which is why I want to give you this task.
Can you trust an outsider? Are you sure this will be okay?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such. Even though you are not from the house, I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Are there any other people in the House of Hearth, or is it just the three of them? I kind of thought it was like a bigger entity.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
She's great. I love her. Can we keep her?
So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
Don't touch any water, Navia.
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Navia's strong, but she needs company right now. We can be that company if she goes to explore the ruins with us.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
We'll go to the ruins together.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
When can we pull for Alatino? Alatino? I want her. She's Pyro. How do I get there? Yeah, that's not very helpful. I guess we just go around. Nope, around this way. We'll just go on a flower gathering mission as we proceed. Gosh, Neverlet's really going at it, isn't he? Understandable that he would be sad. Okay. I don't know what that article was. Why is there a hydroculus? Son of a bitch. Excuse me, you can keep the ceiling or whatever it is. I just want this. Come on, man. Nah. There we go. I got around it. Are you gonna get me there? Yay! What about that one? Are you going to go in that direction? No. It's fine. I'll get that one in person. This is not what we came here to do. But since we're here, we may as well. Mine. I love how I haven't once taken the aquabus outside of a quest. I just fast travel are going for it. I think we're going there. I can see some ruin-like structures. Oh god, we're in water as electricity strikes. That cannot be safe. Oh, we're going into a domain. Okay.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
But how have they been recently uncovered? They're just sitting happily next to the water. It doesn't look like these have been hiding. How has no one discovered these until now?
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Well, I mean, that's why we're here, Paimon.
Just be careful.
Place of Secrets. For 2 intelligence indicates that this place may play host to heretofore unknown clues. Doesn't really say much, does it? Search the ruins. Meeting is also parting. Oh, that's fucking depressing. That was unintentional. I meant to stop and jump, but you know, he just kind of kept going. Nothing to be had here. Oh, this is a domain, so I'm not going to be able to climb walls. Rip. I never allow wall climbing in domains. Case in point. Yep. See. Okay. Hello. I ghost things. There's greenery here.
Eyes on me!
Bow your head.
Out of my way, sir. Anything else to gather while I'm here? Nope. Ah!
The floor here isn't safe.
I see this, thank you. God, I almost kept falling as well.
Everyone hold hands.
Oh, okay. We're alive. Is there anything to gather from here, or were we meant to just fall down? Chest. How would you have gotten up here if you fell all the way down? Because you can't climb. What if you fell into the water? Because it's where there's a door of resurrection.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Well, Navia, I told you not to come.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Yup. You should go back to safety, Navia.
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here. Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
We're concerned about you, and we don't want to see you disappear should an accident occur.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
I mean, we already know there's a threat of her dissolving. Spoiler alert. Because in the preview for this particular Archon quest, she is seen falling from a height towards a body of water. So, well, she can't actually dissolve because she's a pullable character, but there's a threat of it happening. From the look of things, maybe there's no way back. I was gonna say that, but I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. How are any of us getting out?
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise.
That's why I wanted you out of here.
Staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Seems like there isn't any other option.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
It's like you guys don't know how ruin exploration is meant to occur. You're supposed to be using ropes and stuff to ensure that you have a way to get back out. To be fair, the floor did crumble under you, and there's not much you can do about that. But still. Keep moving. Well, I guess I'm not allowed to touch the water then.
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
But it's so pretty, I want to just dive right into it. Better not. I'm going to have to redo it. No, bro. There is no diving into the surface. Please. Ah, we're allowed to climb specifically climbable objects. Okay. You're fine. Calm down. Really? There's edible food down here? I find that hard to believe. Too bad if it didn't want to open. Oh, well now, aren't you pretty? You remind me of... Enconomia? Yeah, Enconomia. You remind me of that. I don't need you to zoom out to show me the grand scale of this place. I got it. You're just making it hard for me to navigate.
There's something wrong with this bridge.
Yeah, I was already running, man. Walking gets too slow. Ah, this is why she falls. She survived?
Demoiselle? Huh? Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
She hit her head.
Was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
Does she not remember what just happened?
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I?
You regularly nap? What are you, a child?
This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus, and Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I don't remember the list of deaths. Was Giverny one of them? I don't think he was, but he might have been.
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Burnett. Name also doesn't seem familiar again, or is that just me?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Malus, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Why did she sound so hesitant?
Wait,
There we go.
something seems to be off here.
Have you already lived this, or this isn't right?
Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
Is something right?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently,
Maybe
I'm
she did
sure
die.
of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
Your trial?
My trial?
What did she commit?
Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.